We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Inferno Candy Company, Deranged Churros. And, okay, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but we've got wheat flour, degermed yellow corn flour. I'm not in love with these labels. I gotta be honest. I don't like the way that they often look. There's no nutritional information. I kind of think that they could stand to upgrade that department a bit. Okay, so anyway, we also have vegetable oil, salt, fructose. We have... Oh, okay, so that's just for the churros. The coating ingredients are bourbon, cinnamon, vanilla sugar, and Trinidad Scorpion, which I presume is probably the powder. So, Inferno, for me, I'm glad that they're doing sweet, hot stuff. Heat and sweets, I'm not a sweets person, don't always go well with me. And especially with Inferno, they're really hit and miss as far as I'm concerned. But, okay, let's take a look here. Oh, these? They're calling these churros. Oh, I can smell the vanilla. They smell really good. Vanilla and cinnamon. These are those things at Taco Bell. They're cinnamon twist things that the last several times I've gone there, they've always forgotten to give me. These are not churros. I was kind of wondering what they were going to be doing here. And now I know. They're these. So, I'm not a big fan of those from Taco Bell. We'll see if I like these any better. Ah, dusty. They are dusty. Almost annoyingly so. Getting some nice vanilla flavoring out of this. Getting a little bit of heat. Getting some decent cinnamon. It's kind of the problem with them being this dusty though, is it's really hard to take these things, you know, for a spin to get a burn. Like it's really just difficult to do that. You know, because if you inhale the dust, you do what I just did there and you get choked up a bit. And these have so much air in them that when you kind of bite them, they explode a little bit and then that dust goes everywhere. I quite like that. I quite like that bourbon vanilla. Is that what that is? Sorry, no, the vanilla sugar. That is really good. The vanilla part of these is outstanding. They're, I wish they weren't so dusty. They're not really hot though. I mean, I'll give these a legit 1. They definitely deserve that. Wish they weren't so dry. That dust. All right. So, flavor-wise, they're really good. Like, these are one of the best sweet snacks I think I've had from them. Dusty and dryness-wise. So, the reason I don't keep any of the super hots around in powder form is that. Like what you just saw right there. I would rather have the pods. I would rather have them in a scorching heat sauce than to have them in this powder form that you can breathe in. But from a flavor perspective, I think that's also the case as well. But I get preserving them and heavy heat and all that other stuff. But for me, it just makes more sense to either have fresh pods, which I'm not a huge fan of, or just the sauce itself. So I'm getting a solid burn. I mean, these are definitely a legit one. I mean, it's not overwhelming burn. It's just one that I can, well, it's a nice afterburn. Very, very pleasant, very pleasant. So, I'm not a huge fan of Trinidad Scorpion, but it's pretty tasteless in here. You really are getting I'm not getting bourbon at all, but you're getting cinnamon and vanilla sugar. That's the two main flavors. And they do really, really well. But there is a bit of a punch to these, and like I said, they're very dry, and the whole inhaling that dust is, I find that really unpleasant. So that aspect, and sometimes too you'll get that with, I got that from them with some of the, actually not from them, but from a different hot cheese ball. I got the same sort of thing, and it's just something that, I guess, I don't know if it's specific to me or not, but it does kind of back me off a little bit from trying a lot of the, actually eating them regularly, I should say. I'll still try them. It keeps me away from eating regularly some of those where they've just got tons and tons of dust on them. So powders I'm just not such a huge fan of. But these, so the other problem I have with these, real quick, is I don't think they have any business calling them churros. Churros means something really specific. These in no way, these are cinnamon twists we're talking about. Only a much hotter version. That's not, they're not even going for churros. These are nothing like churros. And when manufacturers of heat do that, I really get frustrated. Arthur Wayne did that with Montana Rooster, trying to call that a sriracha sauce on the label, and I called that company out for that same thing. Having a sweet hot is nowhere near what a sriracha is. It's a very specific thing. Words have value, words have meaning, and in the case of this one, call them deranged, that's fine, but they are not churros. They're not even like twisted churros. They really are literally just the cinnamon twist, and that's kind of the end of that. So that aside, though, they are pretty solid. So if you have ever had yourself sitting there thinking that, yeah, these Taco Bell cinnamon, I mean, I don't really ever get them, but if you are sitting there having the cinnamon twist from Taco Bell going, yeah, I could really use some heat in these things, here's your ticket right here. So, but there it is, the Inferno Candy Company Deranged Churros.
Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.